Now, the next part would be payments, which is like one of the things that we wanted to kind of like address over here. So payments, we have local payment, simple thing. You're trying to send someone money in Nigeria. You have your Naira account, it's funded, you will send someone money. That's local payment. That's usually straightforward. But then I think the biggest part is the cross-border payment. So now you want to have like a cross-border transaction. I'll start off with like this. Say you have someone, Omega Computers, that you want to send money to. This is a USD transaction. Bear in mind that once you add the vendor that you're trying to make payment to, to add a vendor, very simple, is you select if it's an individual or a business, you fill up their name, their email address, their phone number, the country they are in, the street, and all of that good stuff. And when you're done, we save it. Then you go on to next and you decide how much you want to send to this person. So let's say I want to send 1,000 USD to that guy. Our system will already let you know what the rate we are using. The rate we are using is 1,665. This is not correct because right now our rate is 1,635. But on your own platform, on your live session, you will see what the rates are. Then our transaction fee is 1.5%. We'll also let you know what our transaction fee is and how much we're going to charge you for that, and then what the total fee will look like. You let us know where you're sending this from. So if you have money in your Kenyan shillings wallet or your Cameroonian CFA wallet, you can also send money from there. But for now, just NGN wallet. Then you click on next, you give us the description. So the description could be for rice haulage or logistics or for sesame seed or whatever that looks like. Because we always try to be compliant with regulators, we always ensure that for transactions, you at least give us an invoice, a purchase order, something of some value that we can always send back to our, for any compliance feedback that we get. So just give us an invoice or a purchase order, whatever you can really use to back that transaction up. You review. So essentially you see how much the business is going to get, how much you're sending, what the rate is, what the transaction fee is, how much in total we're going to deduct, the entire vendor details that you've already provided with us, and then terms and conditions, obviously, and then you set payment. Once you've like verified, the next thing is to put in your transaction PIN to ensure that you are the one initiating this transaction, because you've already set your transaction PIN when you onboarded with us, and then you confirm. Your payment will be processed and you would get like an invoice or a receipt letting you know that that transaction has happened. So once the transaction is successful, you would get like a transaction reference that you can either copy and send to the person that you send that payment to. We also try as much as possible to let you know when this payment would arrive, so you don't start calling immediately, make a payment to see, my recipient hasn't gotten this payment, to how far. So we'll let you know this payment is going to arrive in 2 days. Sometimes the payment will arrive in a day. Sometimes the payment will arrive in 3 days. So we actually let you know that, like, okay, this payment is going to arrive in 1 day, in 2 days, in 3 days, depending on what the volume is and where the money is going. You also have an option to download the receipts that you can send to your supplier, that is the Omega Computers, or just to have for your record. Then you can decide to make another payment or go back to your dashboard. Obviously, you leave a review for us. Let us know if we're doing our best job. And then you close. So that is pretty much how to send USD from your Naira account on Brydge. Then the other part would be to initiate another transaction, same flow. Go back, come in here. It's a cross-border transaction. So let's just do a Kenyan shillings deal at this point. Next, like I said, same flow. You want to add a vendor. This vendor is an individual, right? So it's mobile money that I'm trying to like just send funds to someone. You quickly just add the state, the postal code, and all that good stuff. And and then you go next. Next, you give us, so this just automatically picks up the currency. Same flow. You want to make 1,000 Kenyan shillings to them. We'll let you know how much we're sending, what the rate is, what the transaction fee would be, and what account you're sending from. Yeah, same thing. Give us description, upload an invoice, and keep it pushing. So that's so you can send, as of today, you can send funds to US dollars. So you can send US dollars to anywhere US is accepted. You can send Kenyan shillings, mobile money, and bank transfers. For now, we only support mobile money. Soon we should integrate like having like transactions sending to banks. In a week's time, you should be able to send to Kenyan banks. And then you can send Cameroonian CFA as well. You can also send to Togo, Benin, Niger, West African, most West African ZOF transaction you can send. And then you can also send to Ghana as well. So those are kind of currencies that you can send from an African standpoint, but from an international scale, it's just US dollars. But that's really that from us. I would also like to highlight two things. One is that you can manage your entire invoice flow through us. And that sort of like puts together like all the things that you're doing. So instead of having like an invoicing system somewhere, have a bank somewhere, have all of this other good stuff somewhere, you could just have like your invoices. You can generate a normal invoice, a commercial invoice through Brydge, and then just manage that entire process with us. And then something to also quickly highlight would be that off the platform, from the Brydge platform, you can access funding. So if you're in need of like an invoice financing, or you need export or import finance, or even a letter of credit, some of our partners would be willing to kind of like assist you with those needs. So yeah, so that's that. Not to ramble throughout the call, but I would love to really answer any questions or any feedback that anyone would have. Thank you.